Hey Nick, wanted to say thank you for at least trying to help stop the violence from Ole Miss, and I'm sorry to fuck with you guys over it. Terry, right? God, I suck with names.
Not this side. Not this side.
Yeah, I practiced it in my head after the last time I saw you. I said it about 50 or 60 times, just over and over and over again. I'm like, I'm not gonna forget his name again. Anyway, I gotta go thank them ladies over there for helping, at least trying to help stop the bullshit with Warmaze.
How you doing?
I'm alright. I was gonna say thank you to you and to Ashley, and just thank Nick too for trying to, at least trying to help put a stop to that BS.
That's bullshit, dude. It's fucked up. That guy's a dick. Nick, too. That guy went off on Nick one night. The same dude.
Yeah, he was telling me, like, what did he go off over?
Some bullshit.
Yeah.
Same shit, I guess.
Well, I've had about 5 different people come up to me and tell me he was trying to basically incite people to violence, trying to get people to,
On his side or whatever.
yeah. And apparently people just, they keep telling him, hey, just leave him alone and he'll leave you alone. Like, that's pretty common sense. I don't freak out for no reason. And if I do freak out, you know, as soon as it's over, it's over. Unless
Stop, buddy. No. Buddy, come on.
safety
Let's go, buddy. Buddy, come on. I was tricking like a leave, and then he stopped barking. Buddy, come on. It works for a minute. Buddy, come. Stop. Buddy. Buddy. Come on, let's go. Tricked ya.
His tail is straight up in the air. My cat Princess, her tail was permanently stuck up in the air, and it was only that tall.
Oh. Buddy, stop. Come here. No, buddy. Buddy. Buddy,
Mr. Buddy.
There you go. Get Levin.
Get some love.
Give Levin away.
You like to love me? Aww. Aww.
Don't be a jerk, buddy.
Isn't that much more better? See, and if you don't look, you won't notice.
Exactly.
Now you're just being rude.
Stay warm?
Oh, now you're all interested in
He's out
looking
trotting
somewhere
in
else.
spot.
You spoiled little brat.
Come on, buddy, let's go. Oh, what's up?
Sorry, Dora.
Where are you going?
Oh,
When?
I don't know. Or how are
I'm gonna wait here.
God, almost everybody I want to say thank you to is all in the same area.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Nick was trying to help put a stop to that violence in Mornay, so I went and thanked him. And Ashley was trying to put a stop to it, telling people to leave me alone. And the same thing with Kim.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you're not the only one. Thank you.
Yeah. I didn't really do much, you know what I mean? I just stuck up for you until it wasn't right, you know what I mean? I don't think it's right, because I hear people talking about it sometimes too, and they seem to be confused on the situation, you know what I mean? And I just said, you know, it needs to be straightened up on people, you know. Who's the bad guy in the situation, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
literally, out of all 30 of the recordings I have, all 30 of them, it was him coming up on me. And all of the assaults, you get to see in every one of my recordings, I don't assault him, I don't step up on him, I don't pursue him to where he's at. If he shows up where I'm at, I leave. You know, there's just to a point, because if he's going to follow me places, like that day that you saw him beating on my vehicle, he beat on my vehicle right over here, and I was literally making a video about being assaulted by him when he came up and started kicking the side of my vehicle, and that's when I drove to Center Market, and that's where you saw him kicking it, you know. But the thing was recording the whole time. It was also raining, so you can't really make out that it was him so much on. Well, you can tell it's him. There's just I wasn't able to get a good screenshot because he was, you know, kicking my vehicle. His body was moving the whole time. But I got court against him on the 22nd or the 23rd now. I had to go get papers against him. He kept on doing stuff like that and then pretending like he was the victim. You know, he kept on trying to go get the cops to come do something about me and trying to get the people at his camp to come harm me and trying to get them to, you know, just trying to pretend I was a pedophile and a murderer and all sorts of other shit. I'm like, no way, man. My friend Natalie got shot in the head. That doesn't make me a murderer. Now, when the guy who actually killed her is in prison for killing her, you know, that pretty much shows people, yeah, I'm not wanted for murder. The guy who murdered her is in prison already.
Yeah.
When he wants to go screaming around that I'm a pedophile, like, who the fuck did I do that to? Who's he claiming I did that to? You know? My little sister said, anybody calls you a pedophile in front of me, I'll shoot him. I'm like, Terry, you don't even have a gun. She's like, you don't know that. They don't know that. Like, fuck. But that's everybody's answer for everything these days. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Like we're playing Grand Theft Auto or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was a little twisted. It says it'll be like that though in Revelations. It says exactly how it'll be. And how it says it is.
Well, you can tell Wolnez really screwed up because even the people he ran around doing drugs with are like, yeah, dude, I'm fucking finished with you. Don't do that shit to him. Just leave him alone. And the more they asked him to leave me alone, the more he fucked with me.
I don't know, I didn't really hang out with him anyway, so.
Yeah, everybody says he's a dick. That's pretty much it. And I try not to be defensive of that word because I'm a dick. But, you know, if I'm a dick, there's a reason. I'm not just throwing tantrums at people out of nowhere just because I had a bad day.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, well, I'm going to get back to my car where I got a alcohol burning stove and warm myself up. Oh, it's not a stove, it's just, you know, the camp heaters that they have?
Yeah.
When I was out of all the fluid that was in it, I just poked 6 holes in top of it, and there's a 7th one in the center that the wick comes out of. So that way it makes it easier to pour in the alcohol and then light it up. Be safe, John, and thank you again.
You too.
Yes, sir. And I guess I'll thank Ashley next time I see her. Sorry, had my hands full. I really am grateful to these people, and they really, even though some of them actually had violent solutions, none of the ones that I talked to today, they were all pretty much like, just leave them the fuck alone. Whatever happened at camp or whatever, it was a situation where he was trying to get people to harm me. And they're just not interested in all that. Even the people who had an issue with me before, they stuck up for me. Hopefully I'll get to see Jennifer and David and tell them thank you again as well. They did try. It's not that people didn't try. A lot of people tried. See, that was the thing that people didn't understand, is that when somebody like that latches on to somebody they think it's okay to hurt, they'll keep on doing it every opportunity they get. They don't take no for an answer. Tim Beeson didn't take no for an answer. Anyway, I got some Louis Buddig honey roasted turkey. I was also able to show some people a little bit of the evidence that I have. Mostly, I showed them a name that they're going to be able to remember real easy. And that's to the folks at Safeway that are at least trying to make time to help. But, the things going on in their lives, they're very real situations. It's not a figment of their imaginations. When people get sick, or a family member dies, or it's the holidays and there's a bunch of expectations and the family's all there, it takes a lot out of you. And because of the safety issues, and because of the issues with the preservation of evidence, I gotta fill out a special piece of paper here. It's called Motion to Have New Counsel Appointed. It's called the Marsden, I believe. So I gotta fill this out. The safety issues created by making decisions for me, without my consent, without finding out what's going on, lying to a judge. I mean, that right there, I can't stand for that. Nobody should have to stand for that. When your own attorney is lying to a judge, oh yeah, it's time for a new attorney. All these people that I have to thank for at least attempting a peaceful solution. When people came up to me telling me what Wolnez was doing and what he was saying, I did take it to heart for a reason. The reason I took it to heart is because I already knew that he had assaulted me multiple times. I'd already heard him screaming those things out himself, and they're recorded on my channel that he did these things. So when people tell me that he's doing that stuff, I have no problems believing it. especially when there's this many. I just wish that people would tried to understand that in Colorado. I wish people would have tried to understand that in Nebraska. You know, when people did get involved, we were able to find peaceful solutions. But before we could do that, I had to basically rummage through a whole bunch of people that were well-wishers or, you know, well-intentioned people that were very violent-minded, and violence was the first solution they come up with. Some of those people said that Olenez was trying to get people to come assault me with him. Some of them said he just wouldn't come off it. Now I'm making a video about this so that it's documented and so that it's public. The only person who has tried to be transparent through this is me. I don't hide my words. If I said it, I said it. It takes a long time to download a video this way. It's really not that late in the day. Let me see what time it is. Not even 2 o'clock yet. It's 1:54. If I'm able to get this 18-minute video to download all the way, it'll probably be around 9 o'clock tonight. If it works faster than that, I got lucky. Good to be rid of you. Thank you for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and your sister's keeper too. And no victim left behind.